Hello, in today's Bible reading, we are reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, where Peter confesses Jesus as the Christ, and when Jesus predicts his death and resurrection. And so we will begin, and it says, when Jesus came into the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?" So they said, "Well, some say John the Baptist, some Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter answered and said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus answered and said to Peter, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then he commanded his disciples that they should tell no one that he was Jesus the. So let's review what this passage was about. Simon was an apostle of Jesus. He was a follower of Christ, one of his disciples, and he was a fisherman. Now his birth name was Simon, but he's the first disciple to declare that Jesus is the Son of God, that he is the true Christ, without anybody prompting him to. He said it out of his own conviction, out of his own belief. And based on that, Jesus tells him, "You have been revealed this truth by my Father who is in heaven. And because of that, now you are to be called Peter." So he changes his name from Simon to Peter. So he's often referred to afterwards as Simon Peter, or just Peter. We know him as Saint Peter, Saint Peter the Apostle. And if you've ever heard that whenever you pass away, you're going to meet Saint Peter at the gates of heaven, that is who we refer to. It's Simon Peter. Jesus changed his name to Peter and said, "And on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven." That's why it is believed that whenever we go to heaven, the first one we're going to meet is Saint Peter, because he was given the keys to the gates of heaven. So he's going to be there to receive us. And then Jesus tells him, "Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loosen up on earth will be loosened up in heaven." So he's giving him the permission and the authority from whence to continue to build his church in earth. And we later know that once Jesus is crucified, resurrected, and ascends into heaven, he gives his apostles, his disciples, the permission and the assignment to continue his ministry all over the world. But he based it on this situation, on this instance, when Peter confesses, when he says, "Jesus, you are the Christ." Moving on, we read Jesus predicts his death and resurrection. And it says, "From that time, Jesus began to show to his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from the elders and the chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day." Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, "Far be it from you, Lord, this shall not happen to you." But he turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men." So here's very important, because Jesus starts to tell his disciples, I need to start making my way over to Jerusalem, and they're going to torture me, and there's going to be a lot of bad things that are going to happen to me, but this is what needs to happen. And Peter, he gets very upset, and he takes Jesus aside, and he says, no, Jesus, we're not going to let this happen to you. You know, we were here to protect you. We're going to take care of you. We're not going to allow this. And Jesus says, get away, get behind me, Satan. He's calling Peter Satan because he's saying, you're trying to pull me away from the will of my Father. Jesus knows that there's a higher purpose to all of the pain and all of the horrific acts that are to follow. But Peter doesn't understand from a divine point of view. He only understands his perspective based on his friendship with Christ, based on his love for Jesus. So if we had somebody that we know is going to be going through some horrible things, we're obviously going to try and prevent them from happening. And that's what Peter is trying to do. But Peter has no idea that is all for a higher purpose, and that Jesus is well aware, but he is willing to sacrifice himself and endure all that pain for us, for his love of us. And so that is what he's saying. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men. So Jesus is just telling him, just back off. Just let me do this because I need to, and because this is God's will. So I hope you have enjoyed today's Bible reading. Please don't forget to save this video so that you can receive more posts like these in the future, and share with anybody who you think might be interested in learning about the Word of God. Feel free to comment what your favorite part of these passages was today. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, I hope you enjoy today and you have a very blessed day.